Live across North Texas and beyond, this is the Jenna Ryan Show. Jenna Ryan is a world-renowned speaker and thought leader, ranked in the 87th most influential person online by Fast Company magazine. Jenna Ryan has spoken to thousands around the world and is now speaking to you. So with all things real estate and beyond, here is Jenna Ryan.
Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Hello, hello, hello. I'm sitting here today and having just the best conversation already, even before the show started, with my cohort here, Tammi Burgee with Fidelity National Warranty, and we're talking about the joy of the Lord just now. It's Sunday, so we might as well talk about the joy of the Lord. We need to have the joy of the Lord every day, and that joy, that your strength, no matter what is going on in your day, no matter who pushes your buttons, no matter how your financial situations are, no matter how bad the tornado, the hurricane has been, no matter what you're going through, no matter all of that stuff. See, I could go on a roll. That you just have joy that's rooted and grounded in your higher power, in God, that is, a part of who you are, so that you're not going to and fro and getting upset and getting your buttons pushed. And that's what we were sitting here talking about. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm here with Tammi Burgee of Fidelity National Home Warranty. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, and it, we're getting a little break here in Dallas with some beautiful weather. I don't know if it's the weather or just, the joy of the Lord in my heart, but I am just having a great morning. Are you?
I am. I woke up this morning thinking, we're all born with a gift, a spiritual gift.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, wouldn't that be awful if we all left this earth and not used our spiritual gift? And somebody said, well, how do I know my spiritual gift? And I would have to say, what grieves your heart?
I have an answer for that, because I was talking with Zach. Zach, are you back there? Okay, Zach and I were talking just a day before yesterday, and we were talking about our passion. Zach is my producer. Say hi, Zach.
Hello.
Hello. He's awesome. We were talking about our passion, and I was just telling Zach, I was like, Zach, I have to follow my passion, or I just want to drink myself into a shallow grave. I have to do this. It's like something I have to do. And he was like agreeing, and we were talking about our passion. And so another aspect of your passion, I think, is where you really feel that incredible sense of joy. Like when I drive to the radio station, I just have this feeling overcoming me. And whenever I come here and I sit down, I can't explain it. It's just a real difference that I feel. And I think people feel that with different parts of, some people biking, different people painting, or whatever that gift is. You just know it because you're in this some sort of, supernatural flow.
Right. But for me, it's also even on a higher level. It's taking that gift that we all are given, and it's fanning somebody else's faith. It's raising their hope.
Right.
Because if we keep it all to ourselves, but it's taking it even a further level, is taking it out and giving somebody hope, fanning their faith so that they grow even larger than themselves. And
right. And so here's the deal. That's my passion, is I have like a channel that is about self-love, loving yourself, and child abuse recovery and things like that.
Bingo.
And that's what my passion is. And it's like, what, it doesn't necessarily fit with real estate, but whenever I talk about it and I help thousands of people all over the world with my Self-Love You channel on YouTube, when I'm helping these people and they're like, thank you, you have changed my life. It's like, that's where I know I'm supposed to be
Amen.
helping people.
Amen, Jenna.
Even though it doesn't fit. It's like, how am I going to fit this in? So what I've done is I've just been silent and not done it and not helped people, because I'm like, okay. And then I'm like talking with Zach, and I was like, Zach, I just have to do this. So this is something, a side thing that I do. It's a hobby. It's a passion. And it's something that if I don't do this and help these people overcome the things that I've been able to overcome, then I don't want to, it's just, life is not worth living for me. So it's like, you guys, I've got to do this. got to happen.
And what's so interesting about that is if you look at your life of all that you've been through and tragedies that you have overcome, they are for a reason. God doesn't waste that. He doesn't waste the pain, the hurt, the trauma. He will use that mightily if we are allowed to be used.
We had, this is like a hurricane. This is like a whirlwind. It's like, Jenna, you're going to be used, like it or not. I don't care. And so it's happening, and I'm being used. And so even right now, I'm probably speaking to someone, if you've gone through child abuse or anything, any kind of trauma. Everybody has some trauma in their lives, and just from our culture, where you have a deficit in loving yourself. This is not what the show's about today, but you can watch my channel, Self Love You, and you can go to church. You can do things to help yourself and find your passion. What is it that makes you happy? It can't be in a bottle, and it's not in how you look. It's really inside you, and I want you all to pull that out. And we're going to talk about home warranties too today. So we're going to kind of talk a little about home warranties, and if we feel led, we're going to talk about our passion. Okay, so home warranties, that is, you're with Fidelity National Home Warranty, and that is on the contract, the buyer asks for a home warranty. Usually the buyer asks the seller to pay for it. And how much does that cost usually?
Well, they have most companies have two plans. They'll have a standard or a basic, and then they'll have their premium plan, their orange plan, their green plan. For us, we have a comprehensive plan.
Okay.
So it used to be that you could get a home warranty for $350. Gone are the days of that.
Okay.
Now, most home warranties will run you about $500 a year.
Okay, so I use that for those of you who are purchasing a home or buying or selling a home. Y'all need to know this information about the home warranty. People ask, we usually just kind of gloss over it really quickly during the contract process, but you need to know, generally it's about $500. Sometimes people ask for $700, $800. Does it depend also on the size of the house or whether it has a pool?
Yes, usually below 5,000 square feet, it is a set price. After 5,000 square feet, there is a quote that has to be done. I know for our company, it's whether the house is 10 years old or older than 10.
Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself, Tammi. Are you married?
I am married. I am recently married.
Are you?
Yes, back in July. We just had our 1-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Never say never.
Well, shoot, honey, somebody, yeah.
Never say never.
When did y'all meet?
We actually met back in 2013.
Okay.
I was a single widowed mom at the time and thought, no, you know what? Tragedy over triumph. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I had just resigned my singleness to God and just said, you are my husband. And it's amazing when you really submit.
Okay.
And surrender.
Okay.
At your singleness, and it's amazing. It's almost like, okay, now I can use you.
Right. Yeah. Right. So God really took care of you there.
Absolutely.
And brought you someone. Did you meet him at church?
No, I didn't. I actually met him out and about.
Out and about.
Out and about.
Good for you. And so, do you have any children?
I do. I have one that just started at the University of Texas in Austin. Hookem.
Awesome.
I'm learning to say Hookem with
Hookem.
Yes. Yes. So we're very excited for her. It was just the two of us for so long, and people were always saying, gosh, you're good, Tammi. How are you going to do this with when she goes? But truly, I was so anxious to see what God has for her in life. She's an incredibly independent child and young lady now, and I'm so eager to see what God does in her life.
Okay, so you have like a healthy. Sounds like you're not having that real dramatic empty nest syndrome. You're actually having, you've transmuted that, you've alchemized that into just anticipation for her future.
Yes, I'm not saying I don't miss her. I certainly don't miss her messes. I'm sure every mom and dad says that, but no, I don't miss the mess. But I really I miss her. I miss her. Even though she's a very quiet child, I miss her spirit around our house. But
absolutely,
I'm more so. I raised her. They always say raise a child and do well because the world has to live with them.
Right.
And I'm just excited for her, what God has in store for her and how he's going to bloom her. And, I always said since she was a little girl, even today, be a light in someone's life.
Right. Now, are you from this area?
I am not. I am from upstate New York, around Buffalo area.
Okay.
Lived here since 1999. Love it. I moved here from the Washington, D.C., Charlottesville area.
Okay.
Yes, loving Texas. The people far make up for the topography of the land. That's
yes, absolutely. Thank you. I'm from Texas. I'm from Dallas. My family were original settlers of Addison, Texas.
Oh, wow.
They had a turkey farm in Addison, so I'm totally from the area. So welcome to Texas.
Thank you.
It's really changed because so many people are coming here, and it's just very interesting to watch how it changes. And I just love the area. I've never left, and I'm like, why leave? Because it's just a great area. Everybody's coming here. So now, did you come here with Fidelity National?
No, I actually spent most of my career in medical publishing. I called on academicians most of my life, and moved here and was 5 months pregnant and decided to get off the road. I had traveled 5 days a week, decided to get off the road being pregnant, and my husband at the time came here to open up extended stay hotels. So, and then he passed away.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. But here's the deal. Here's the deal with that. Here's the deal with that. Talk about our joy. Where does our joy lie? It has to be grounded in something, even through triumph or tragedy.
Right.
So my thing is that if you would have told me I was going to be a 40-year-old mom, single mom, living in Texas, not really knowing anybody, I probably would tell you to have another drink. But you know what? I look behind me, and we all have to do that, and look how far we've come. That's the thing about healing.
Well, that's, if you have a good base to work with, if you have a good, identity to work with, and a lot of people don't. And, but we're not going to talk about that right now because we've only got 1 minute before we have to go to break. You guys call in today if you have any questions for Tammi Burgee. 214-787-1190. We'll be right back after the break.
This is Pete the Fast Greek, host of Race Talk, the motorsports talk show, heard every Sunday live from 4 to 6 p.m. right here on Talk Radio 1190. When the races are over, we're just getting started with the latest news and results from NASCAR, NHRA, the IndyCar Series, and what's going on right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth racing scene. And remember, keep your racing on the track, not on the street.
Are you thinking of buying or selling a home? If so, contact me, Jenna Ryan, with RE/MAX Dallas Suburbs. I was born and raised in Dallas, and I know every area and every suburb. If you're relocating to the area, downsizing, or upsizing, or buying your first home, I can help you find the home that's perfect for you. Contact me today at 972-510-9177 or go to my website at JennaRyanRealty.com. You can also email me at JennaRyanRealty@gmail.com. Whether you're buying or selling, I'm Jenna Ryan, your best friend in real estate. I have my own radio show, 25 years of sales experience, and a team of experts to help you with all of your real estate needs. Join me, Jenna Ryan, from 11 to 12 on Sundays, where we talk real estate on Talk Radio 1190.
Up to 40% off hot deals with Dell's Labor Day sale and free shipping on everything? That's huge! Dell has all the technology you need with an amazing selection, including the latest Dell PCs with Intel Core processors, brilliant 55-inch Sony HD Smart TV, and so many great electronics. Shop big Labor Day deals by visiting Dell.com/Labor Day. You could save up to 40% on select products by calling 800-BUY-DELL.
Hurricane Harvey has left a trail of destruction across the Gulf Coast, with thousands homeless and businesses in rubble. It will take years to recover and rebuild. Consider making a tax-deductible donation to the Salvation Army. 1-800-SAL-ARMY.
Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show.
Hello, welcome back to the show. So glad to have you with us today. I'm having so much fun. We're having a great conversation, just a lot of heart and soul going into this. Way different from last week. Last week was a little kooky, but it was awesome with Eve Mayer. We had a great time. So today I'm here with Tammi Burgee with Fidelity National.
It's actually Burgee.
Oh, shit.
But
she's
making me French, and I love it.
I'm so sorry. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for correcting me.
Burgee, like in key?
Burgee.
Yeah, the funniest story, I have to really tell you this. My daughter has this little book, and she wrote into it when she was like 5 or 6 years old, and one of the little pages was, "What hurts your feelings?" And she said, "When people don't pronounce my name right, my last name." So I think that's so funny.
The worst thing, and I agree, and I feel the same way.
Not to worry.
But nobody's perfect, and I make mistakes, and whenever you make mistakes, just make it part of the dance, and your name is Burgee.
Burgee. There you go.
Burgee. That is a very different name.
Yes.
So we won't forget it.
That's right.
Okay. So anyway, we're talking about home warranties today. Whenever you go and you buy a house, there's home warranties involved. Now, what is the difference, Tammy, between a home warranty and home insurance?
Well, that's a great question. As we take an influx of people that are moving into this great city, there's so many states that do not have home warranties, and oftentimes people get that mixed up with home warranty versus home insurance. If you think about this, home insurance covers your dwelling, fire, theft, secondary damage, roofing, that type of thing. The home warranty actually covers systems and appliances. They cover that which doesn't get covered by your home insurance.
Okay, so systems and appliances. So that means No.
If you think
dishwasher.
If you think about the major systems that run through any house, whether, I don't care if your house is $75,000 or $2.2 million, there's 4 major systems that run through any home.
Okay.
Your heating, your air, your electric, your plumbing. 4 major systems. And then, of course, all of your appliances, which is in your kitchen, washer, dryer, refrigerator, stove, oven, microwave, dishwasher, garbage disposal.
And that is all covered by the home warranty.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, whenever you say covered, a lot of times, I sell the house, and then, I don't hear from the people until they're ready to sell again. Or, I'll talk to them as friends, but we don't really talk about what's going on with their house. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless there's a problem.
Right.
Okay, if there's a problem, like I've had somebody, move in that day, something breaks. How does the home warranty help that person?
Okay. One of the misnomers about home warranties, and I always like to drive this home, is that home warranties do not cover for pre-existing conditions. So
pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, pre-existing conditions. They all cover unknown. I mean, some of us on our contracts will put unknown, some put undetected. It still falls under the same umbrella is unknown pre-existing conditions. But we all do not cover pre-existing conditions.
Okay, let's say we have a inspection report that does not catch anything wrong with the AC. Mm-hmm. But the day the person closes, they go to the house, and we were freezing when we went and saw the house. Every time we went and saw the house, everything was fine with the AC inspection, caught nothing, everything was fine. And then the day they move in, it won't cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, now this really did happen recently, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what do we do? And so what are some of the steps you would take in that situation?
Well, first of all, you do want to call your home warranty, because what happens, and if you think about an AC, it could be just something simple as a run capacitor that failed, and that can fail at any time. What happens with home warranties is we rely heavily on our techs to tell us if something was pre-existing, and could they pinpoint the day of failure? Could they pinpoint failure?
Okay.
So if they go out there and it stops working the day they close, and we go in there and find it's a run capacitor, that could have happened overnight. That could have happened that morning.
Okay.
But if it's something that it's now 4 pounds low of Freon the day that you close.
Oh.
Okay.
So you'll be able to tell.
And people don't understand sometimes that an AC is a closed system. It does not leak Freon.
Okay.
So if it's 4 pounds low of Freon the day that you move in, that would tell us that this has been leaking Freon, that it most potentially would probably be a pre-existing condition.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's say we've got a family, they're living in the house, and by the way, this happened, and we ended up rectifying the situation without the home warranty company, and they're all happy, and they're all cool, and everything's fine, but it did happen, and I was worried because they're like my personal friends, and I just adore them. But anyway, let's say it happens. Is there some sort of requirement for you guys, the home warranty company, to be present, kind of like a landlord who comes, if you've got an AC problem, where they have to be there within a day or so, or 24 hours, or can they come next week? How does that work?
Are you talking about if they call the home warranty?
Yeah, if they call a home warranty claim, is there any kind of requirements for them to be out there? Or should they go ahead and call and get it fixed?
No. One of the things, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because when I first bought my home, I forgot that I had a home warranty. I tell buyers all the time before I hang up, don't forget you have a home warranty, because if you
People
call,
do.
They do. And if you call your own person, you're basically going outside the contract. It's very hard to get reimbursed through your home warranty company.
Okay.
And I tell people that, the best way to tell a story is by personal experience. And I did that when I first moved into my home. I had a horrible plumbing issue. Paid like $800 and then ran into my agent. He goes, well, did the home warranty help you out? And I looked at him and I went, what home warranty? I so forgot.
Yeah, I hear some people that get new ACs from their home warranty, but it's not easy. It's like pulling teeth. But I've heard of that happening. There really has to be. You're looking at me funny. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just anticipating your question.
Yeah, some people get new ACs. I don't know how they're getting this done, but other people are like, I never used it once. I have one. And then other people buy it, you can renew the home warranty.
Yeah. What people need to understand about the home warranty is that it's there to offset home ownership cost. And the key word is offset.
Okay.
That's a very key word, because they think that they're going to pay for everything.
Right.
They're going to cover everything.
Right.
And, I always tell real estate agents, if they take everything and always out of their vocabulary when talking about home warranties, they would save themselves and their clients a lot of stress. But it is there to offset home ownership cost. I mean, what I would tell somebody about a home warranty, and I say this very transparently, is that a word, transparently? That it is not, home warranties aren't for everybody. And I say that genuinely because here's what I will tell you, is that it comes down to patience versus economics when you're dealing with home warranties.
So that you're going to get into answering my question of how long they have to get there.
Yeah. And I will tell people this all the time. A friend of mine who's incredibly impatient and pays for convenience and want things done right now.
Okay.
Wanted to put a home warranty on her house. I go, no, don't put a warranty on your house. You will not like it. Your expectations are here. It delivers here. And
interesting.
So I tell people, I've had mine on my home for 11 years, and probably 2 of the years I didn't use it. But this is what I will tell you, is if your AC goes out and you have to wait 3 or 4 days for your AC, the thing that you have to ask yourself, am I patient enough to wait the 3 or 4 days?
Because that's generally what it is. Is there a requirement?
No, it's not a requirement, but that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
It's not going to be tomorrow.
Right. So this is the analogy I give, though, Jenna. If you were to go out and you got hit in your car, whether it was your fault or their fault, right? Would you go out and get a new car the next day?
No, you would not. And I'm not putting you on trial here.
Oh, no.
I'm just curious, if they have, I really want to know. Because if not, it's okay. Because nothing's free in this world.
No.
You're not going to pay $500 and never have a home cost again. Anybody that thinks that is being irrational. That's not going to happen.
It really, truly is patience versus economics. I mean,
I love that analogy.
Well, and here's the bottom line is, I can't make that decision for a family. I couldn't make that decision for you. For me, when I was out at AC and 105 degrees, and I had this little 4-year-old.
I'd be calling them.
I had
AC
this little
person.
4-year-old in tow. We just sat quietly, and all I could do was think about the third world countries where they have nothing. And I'm going, oh my gosh, this is a first world problem. But some people don't look at that. Some people, and I will tell you this. This is so funny. I say this all the time in my presentations. People lose their religion when they get hot here in Texas.
Absolutely. Well, it's not fun. So you could just sit there and wait for that's true. You could actually wait for the home warranty people to come, or you can call, and then they have to come out and they have to determine the problem.
It's
and
a
that
process.
probably takes a couple weeks.
Well, it's a process, because they come out and then if there's something that we're going to cover, it goes through an authorization department. And then if it's something that we need to purchase, it goes to a purchasing department.
Wow.
And then if it's an AC, of course, an installer is not going to book an appointment for half a day until the equipment is ready. So there is a process. There's a method to the madness.
Okay, so you just have to wait a lot if you're going to use your home warranty, but it is there just in case. So what is it?
Money.
What's the most claims you get from home warranties?
Well, really, the two is plumbing.
Plumbing
Is probably one of our top cost.
But you're not going to cover. You're not going to cover like rotted pipes because that's a pre-existing condition.
Right.
So plumbing being as, something breaks, somebody can live without that bathroom for a week.
Some people can, some people can't.
Depends on which bathroom.
Right. So, I mean, it does.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, but here's what I will tell you is that I couldn't do this if I didn't see it save people money.
Okay.
I mean, it saves people a tremendous. When I look at the amount of claims that my company pays out, it's astonishing to me.
Right.
If I look at it as an individual, I go, oh my gosh, this person had a problem, this person. But if you look at the totality of the amount of money that goes out to pay claims, it's really astronomical.
Well, that's awesome. Okay, so you were with Fidelity National. So this Fidelity National title, is that the same as Fidelity? No. Fidelity National Title is my title company that I use.
Right.
But your Fidelity National Warranty. Is that the same?
It's the same umbrella. It's Fidelity National Financial. They probably have about, I think, 42% of the market share in title across the United States.
Okay.
We actually are their sister company.
Okay.
The warranty company. So it's a big umbrella, and we fall underneath that.
Okay, wonderful to know. Very interesting. So you were telling me you actually are a part of Capital Title and...
No, we're actually Fidelity Title, Chicago Title, Lawyers Title, Alamo. If you close at some other title companies, most likely we do some of their underwriting.
Okay, wonderful. And we have a question for Mark Froman. As soon and I hope I'm not butchering your name. As soon as we get back from this break, Mark, I'm going to answer that, or she's going to answer your question. Thank you for listening. We'll be right back.
Hi, Coach Gary, inviting you to listen to Sports Talk Sunday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 1190. Now, you can hear us clearly on the iHeart app and click on 1190 Dallas-Fort Worth Talk Radio. I'm joined by Warren Shore. He's also known as the Whiz Kid. It's fun to get his opinion because he is a millennium. We also got Ben Martin. He's the glue to the show. He answers your phone calls at 214 or 817-787-1190. Make sure to join us every Sunday night, 6 to 7 on 1190, the station that knows talk.
Are you thinking of buying or selling a home? If so, contact me, Jenna Ryan, with RE/MAX Dallas Suburbs. I was born and raised in Dallas, and I know every area and every suburb. If you're relocating to the area, downsizing, or upsizing, or buying your first home, I can help you find the home that's perfect for you. Contact me today at 972-510-9177 or go to my website at JennaRyanRealty.com. You can also email me at JennaRyanRealty@gmail.com. Whether you're buying or selling, I'm Jenna Ryan, your best friend in real estate. I have my own radio show, 25 years of sales experience, and a team of experts to help you with all of your real estate needs. Join me, Jenna Ryan, from 11 to 12 on Sundays, where we talk real estate on Talk Radio 1190.
North Texas Gulf Coast Harvey victims need you now, and we've organized a way for you to help. Simply go to GiveMeTheVin.com, click Operation Airdrop. I've assembled hundreds of private pilots, and we're moving supplies from North Texas to the Gulf Coast victims. We have a DC-3 leaving Fort Worth Meacham every day, loaded down, and hundreds of private pilots have all banded together to create Operation Airdrop. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com, click Operation Airdrop to see the list of your nearest donation center.
If you've been injured in a car accident, don't wait. Pick up the phone and call the law boss. Car accident attorney Michael Uvalli. Available 24/7. Hurt in a wreck? Fight for your check. Call 1-800-LAWBOSS or go to lawboss.com.
Little pretty houses for you.
Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show on Talk Radio 1190 AM.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. We're talking about home warranties today. It is a real estate show, and I do sell real estate. I'm a realtor, by the way. Today, I sold a house yesterday. I sold a luxury home yesterday to a family from Houston.
Love that.
Fleeing Houston. And I was talking to my title lady, Julie Jordan. I was talking to her, and I was like, Julie, and she's in Houston dealing with all sorts of things with her family. And she's just like, they're coming. People are going to come to the Dallas area from Houston. it's for real. There's no housing. And so they're coming. And so I had this house on the market for about 23 days. It's a luxury home. Usually those are on for a little longer than the smaller homes. And I was like, really rocking it, wanting to sell this house. And yesterday we got a contract from somebody in Houston. And that was just a beautiful fulfillment. I'm glad they're here. Welcome all the people from Houston. We love having you here. And I'm here today with Tammi Burgee. Did I get it right? Burgee. Tammi Burgee with the wonderful spirit, wonderful name. And she is with Fidelity National Home Warranty. And we're talking about home warranties. And we got a comment from a viewer on my Facebook page at jenna.ryan1. And he said, with all due respect, home warranties are not a good deal. New homes already have warranties. Appliances already have warranties. I had one and it was pulling teeth to get anything done. Just my 2 cents. What do you have to say to that, Tammi?
Yeah, that's a great comment. I don't know if you were referring to a new build, which yes, they do have a first year warranty, and then of course you can actually do a warranty for years 2 through 4. The answer that I would give to that is, and this is what I tell everybody, there is so many home warranties here in Texas. It's one of the largest usage states of home warranties. What I will tell you, and I tell everybody this, and I'm going to quote something my president always says, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, the nuts and bolts are the same regarding home warranties. What really makes the difference, Jenna, is, and to Mark, is that it's the person behind the product locally, just like you, Jenna, in your industry. Awesome.
If I always ask people when they're having problems with their warranty, I always say, did you contact your local manager? Did you contact your rep? Because that is what makes the difference.
Good information.
Because I don't think that warranties all the time are black and white, and you need an advocate on the ground that's going to be able to know the weather here, that knows your business, that knows you, that be able to go to bat for you if there is a reason to go to bat.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. So know your local rep.
It makes a huge difference.
Okay, now I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you have a home warranty, there's different home warranties. There's so many options. And people are asking me all the time, which warranty should I pick? And I'm like, well, you need to research each one to find out which meets your needs. What are the differences between the home warranty companies?
Okay, that's a very good question because, as I said earlier, the nuts and bolts are the same. You really can't get that outside the box when it comes to home warranties.
Okay.
We're all governed by TREC, which is the Texas Real Estate Commission.
Okay.
And in some cases, they're actually overseen by the Department of Insurance.
Okay.
As I said, there's such a large use of state here of home warranties. The difference is, and here's one gleaming one right now, is that there are only, I believe, and don't quote me, but last I researched, there's only 3.5 companies left that do not charge for Freon.
Okay.
And so it's always in the fine print. If you don't know what companies that do or do not charge for it, you're knowingly or unknowingly passing that on to your client. And the reason why I say 3.5 is because the half company doesn't charge for their Freon for the first year of a real estate transaction, and then they get you on the renewal. It's very important to know this because Freon right now is almost like a commodity.
Really?
And we think it's expensive this summer. It's going to be very, very expensive as they fade out the R22, which is the Freon, and bring in the 410R, which is the Puron.
Okay, so y'all are doing a lot of Freon. So that's one of your services if you're one of those 3 companies, which yours is one of them.
Yes, we do not charge for Freon.
So that's like your little, reason to go to you, and that's your calling card there that you don't charge for Freon. So how often do people need Freon?
Well, I mean, if they were replacing an evaporator coil or you're replacing a condensing unit, that takes all the Freon out. So you have to be able to replenish all of that. So if you have a 3 or 4 ton unit, you could be replenishing anywhere from 12 to 14 pounds of Freon, and I've seen it as high as $130 a pound.
Wow!
So that gets very expensive to the homeowner. So I just tell people to look at your contracts. I mean, I know for myself, Jenna, I don't like reading the fine print, but it's always the devil's in the details. And I tell people, if you look at your warranty contract and you open up any warranty contract and you start circling all the dollar amounts, those are going to be your aggregates of what we call them in our industry and or caps of what they're going to pay up to.
Okay. So you want to look at the fine print whenever you're doing the home warranties. And that's why I give my people, my clients, I give them options. Here's your options. You look this through because I don't want to make these kinds of decisions. So I don't ever necessarily recommend one over the other because I want them to see. And so one of them would be the caps on what they're going to pay for each issue. And also, there's something about the time that they must live in the home. Are some warranty companies, do they require you to live in the home for 30 days?
No, I would have to say that most home warranty companies, when you're going through a real estate transaction, it starts the day that you close. And the day that you close in Texas is the day that it funds.
Okay.
A lot of home warranties, maybe 2-3 years ago, when you're going to a direct-to-consumer, is what we would call them in our industry, is if you didn't have a warranty on your home and you decided that you wanted to put one on, there is a 30-day wait on claims.
Okay.
So it's
Say that again. Okay, I'm sorry.
So if you're going through a real estate transaction, going through a closing, there is no wait. It starts the day that you close. Your warranty kicks in the day that you close.
Okay.
When you are going what we would call a direct-to-consumer, meaning you have a current home that you would like to put a warranty on.
Okay.
There is a 30-day wait on the claim, still a 12-month warranty, but there's a 30-day wait, so you cannot call in a claim within 30 days.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, and so whenever you are at the end of the year, do people renew the warranty? How does that work?
Right. And people ask me this all the time, is that it's up to their discretion. So the seller provides it for the first year, and then it's up to your discretion whether you want to renew or not for your family and for that household and for your home. So the second year you can renew, and I will tell you, and I'm very upfront with people when they call me because they think they're going to pay the same price the first year as they did the second year. It does go up the second year. I think for most companies it's the largest increase that you would have, and then after that it flattens out. Now we do a flat rate. There are some companies that do it like as an algorithm, how long you've been there with your warranty, how much they've spent on claims, but we do not do that in our company. It's a flat rate that second year.
Very interesting. Okay, and so they need to call before it's up, right? Or no, they could just always call, but they would just have to wait that 30 days.
Right. I mean, you have 30 days. I mean, if your renewal was up, you have 30 days to get back under coverage.
What if one of the listeners want to get a warranty? Can you tell them how to reach you?
Oh, yeah. You can call me at 214-732-5999. I really tell agents all the time, Jenna, that I'm really here to bring value to your business. And I really am here to be that person that you can call. I mean, I always tell people when they do business with me, please take my number and put it in your phone in case you have any questions. Because I think when home warranties go sideways is because they don't have anybody to contact of, this happened, is it covered? Walk me through the claim processes. What should I expect? And I don't know about you, but I don't like surprises.
Right.
And so I don't want my customers to have any surprises as well. So really what I do sell home warranties, but really what I sell is value and service because I want to be of service to them.
So you help the agents to help their clients. So you're just one of the wonderful people that I have on my team, that can help out, and that's wonderful. And so tell me about the claim process.
Well, so let's just say that let's say your AC went out, and it's something that we are going to cover. It is a process, and that's why I was telling, does it happen overnight that you will get a new AC? No, because it goes through that claim process, just like if you wrecked your car, of any warranty. In fact, I just sent in my, I had to take my car in, and the part was on back order, and the gentleman said to me, "Are you upset that you're going to have to wait a month and a half?" And I said, "Sir, I'm probably the best customer you'll have today because I'm in the warranty business, and I know that in the warranty there's a little line in the fine print that says we are not responsible for the delay of parts."
Wow.
So I was kind of I don't know if it's karma or touche, but in any event,
I get it.
Yeah, I totally get it. I'm probably your best customer today, but I will tell you that it is a process. So as I said earlier in the show, you have to. We come out, we evaluate it, we decide that we're going to cover it. It goes through an authorization department.
Right.
If there's any out-of-pocket expenses for the homeowner, and that is something that I do want to touch on, anything around an AC heating, I tell people there are going to be some out-of-pocket expenses normally around that unit.
Right.
Because it clearly states in everybody's contract, like, for example, we cover an evaporator coil. It is that. We cover the evaporator coil. Any modifications around the system, the home warranty does not cover. So, but here's the beauty of this. If you tell somebody that there may be some out-of-pocket expenses and it happens, they're not surprised.
Right.
They say, Tammy told me about this.
Right.
If you don't tell them and educate them on what the warranty, then they're very upset because they thought all they were going to have to pay was their service fee. And I hate that because that's why I love to talk to new home buyers or people that have had home warranties before, because it allows me to educate them on the process.
Absolutely. And there's also sometimes a deductible for each thing, right?
Right. Yeah. Usually they range from $65 to $100 when they come out.
Okay.
You will owe what you want to call them a copay or a service fee is what we call them in our industry. They will pay a service fee, and that's when someone says, well, Tammy, will I only ever have to pay the $75 and you're going to cover everything? And that's when I say, no, that's a misnomer.
Right.
And let me tell you around where you would have to pay. And like I said, they just don't like surprises. They'd rather be educated and know.
Okay, so we have you handy. You're someone that we can go to and ask questions of. If you want to make sure that you know the local rep.
Absolutely.
So
it makes a huge difference in any industry. I mean, I know when I'm doing business with any company, I want to know, can I call you if I run into a snag?
Right. But, a lot of places may have a high turnover, kind of situation, but then you need to find the person who's there.
Well, I've been with this company for almost coming up in January 11 years.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, opened up the market for them back in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a great fit for me because it's just not about selling warranties. It's about waking up every day and saying, who can I serve today and who can I help?
Love that.
I don't look
philosophy.
at how many warranties can I sell. It's truly what families can I help.
Right.
I love that even in your industry, Jenna, it's not about how many closings you had or how many transactions. No. It's how many families did I help this year?
And I really, really love helping people. That's really why I do what I do. I love it. Okay, we're going to break. And when we get back, we're going to talk about swimming pools.
Hello, I'm Rusty Lozano, host of the Therapy Hour. Tune in every week as we bring you important topics in mental health as they coexist with chronic medical conditions like headaches, pain, and mood. Please join us at noon Sundays right here on Talk Radio 1190.
Are you thinking of buying or selling a home? If so, contact me, Jenna Ryan, with RE/MAX Dallas Suburbs. I was born and raised in Dallas, and I know every area and every suburb. If you're relocating to the area, downsizing, or upsizing, or buying your first home, I can help you find the home that's perfect for you. Contact me today at 972-510-9177 or go to my website at JennaRyanRealty.com. You can also email me at JennaRyanRealty@gmail.com. Whether you're buying or selling, I'm Jenna Ryan, your best friend in real estate. I have my own radio show, 25 years of sales experience, and a team of experts to help you with all of your real estate needs. Join me, Jenna Ryan, from 11 to 12 on Sundays, where we talk real estate on Talk Radio 1190.
Relying on monitoring your credit and bank statements to protect your identity?
Here we are as an innocent zebra scans the sea of tall grass.
That's like being an unsuspecting animal at the watering hole.
The zebra doesn't spot the stealthy lion and his big white teeth.
By just monitoring your credit, you could miss a hidden threat, like someone getting a loan in your name or someone feasting on your 401k.
The lion leaps. And it doesn't look good for the zebra.
With LifeLock, you can see more. We detect a range of identity threats, even your info being for sale on the dark web. Have a problem? One of our US-based specialists will work to fix it. Of course, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but we'll help you see more of what's trying to sneak up on you. Join for 10% off. Head to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. LifeLock. More detection, more protection.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Church, asking you to join me in the fight against leukemia, cancer, and AIDS through the TJ Martell Foundation. Your support helps facilitate cutting-edge research that will lead to more effective treatments and save more lives. Visit tjmartell.org to learn about music's promise for a cure.
The phone lines are open at 214-787-1190. Here's Jenna Ryan.
Hey there. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the show. So glad you're here with us today. If you guys have any questions for Tammi Burgee of Fidelity National Home Warranty, just give us a call at 214-787-1190. We're here today talking about home warranties. I'm getting lots of information out there for everyone. The first thing I want to talk about is the swimming pool. A lot of times they charge extra for the swimming pool. And what are some of the things that they get covered on the swimming pool?
Okay.
What can you tell me about swimming pools?
That's a good question. When somebody calls and asks me about what is covered for swimming pools and home warranties, I tell them it's all of the above ground accessible equipment. And it's actually, the key word is accessible.
Okay.
So you have your pump molder, your filtration. For example, we cover the pump that runs a Polaris, but we don't cover the Polaris. The one item that I would tell you about swimming pools is that when somebody calls me and they want to cover their swimming pool on their new home that they're purchasing, I always ask them, have you ever owned a swimming pool? And if they say no, I said, may I offer you a suggestion? If the seller has a swimming pool company in place already, keep them on for about a month while you get moved in.
Okay.
Because what people don't understand is a piece of equipment. There is pressure gauges. You have to maintain that.
Absolutely.
And if they don't, and then what happens is a pump blows because of lack of maintenance. Then, so I always tell people, keep it on for about a month until you get settled, and then have that company come out and do a pool 101 class for you to tell you how and show you how to maintain your equipment.
Very good. Very good advice. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the inspection process. What do you have to say about inspections?
Well, I love it when a customer will call me up and say, Tammi, this came up on the inspection report. Would the home warranty cover this if it's not addressed? And see, this is where I like to bring value to the table for my customers, and that I will say, well, read what it says on the inspection report. Was it marked deficient? And when you look at that, you can say, well, if this is not addressed by the seller, it's not, or if it's not repaired, replaced by the seller, would the home warranty cover that? And once again, you have to go back in and say, we don't cover for pre-existing conditions. That's why I tell buyers all the time is that please keep in mind that anything that came up on the inspection report that was not addressed, repaired, replaced, attended to, however you want to word it, cannot be called in as a claim when you move in. And you'll be surprised. We do get long laundry list of
they move in, they're like, okay, here.
Okay, and I have to tell people, no, we're not a fix-it company, a handyman company. You really have to have those addressed prior to closing.
Very interesting. Okay, and so what about a lot of the inspection reports have things on them that state that it's not up to code, like a federal electric box, or, there's all kinds of codes coming out.
That's a good question. I get that all the time, especially around water heaters. They'll ask me, the inspector called out that this is an old water heater.
Okay.
It's probably at the end of its lifespan.
Like over 10 years.
Right. And it's out of code. And what my response to that is that we don't pay to bring it up to code. We only pay to bring it up to code when we replace it. Okay, so there has to be a mechanical failure to that system in order to use the warranty. There has to be a mechanical failure.
Okay.
And if that water heater went down and it can't be repaired, then we replace it and then bring it up to code according to that city.
Wonderful to know. Do you guys have any questions for Tammi today? You can ask questions about home warranty. Home warranty is a part of the contract that we do as realtors. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX, Dallas suburbs. And every single contract I do, someone asks for the warranty to be in effect. And that's what we're talking about today. And one of the things you were saying is that maintenance Home warranty does not take the place of maintenance.
Right. It's amazing to me how many people, even though they have a home warranty, you still have to maintain your systems. For example, I'm in the industry, and I still have somebody come out in the spring and in the fall to check my system to make sure that all the wires are where they need to be. There's no even slight mechanical failure, just to have it checked out. One of the other things which amazes me is how many people don't change their filter. I get amazed. In fact, when somebody calls me and tells me that they're going to be moving in a couple weeks, they've been doing construction, I'm saying make sure that you change out your filter,
right?
Because people don't realize that filter is there for a reason. It keeps all of the debris and everything off of your evaporator coil as the air goes by the evaporator coil to make it cool in your home. I know I feel like Cinderella since I've been in this business.
What do you mean?
Well, like Cinderella, but Cinderella.
Why? Because
because I know how all of these things work, and I probably will be the worst home buyer if I ever had to buy a house.
You can buy one with me.
Well, I've been in this industry because now I know everything to look for. So
do people call you when they have a claim, or do they call a number?
Well, I would prefer them to call the 1-800 number for their first time service request.
Okay.
Unless it's an emergency, then I will tell them, go ahead and call in your claim and then give me your address so that I can follow up on it. Because again, that's the type of service I have. I deem it as I have a very servant spirit, and I want to help them. I want to help them through the process. I want to help them know, I want to communicate where we are in the process, because I realize in this industry that people just want you to communicate.
Absolutely.
It all comes down to, I told you I would get back to you today. I don't have any news, but people are so happy that the fact that somebody cares.
Right. So a good place for you in my organization would be like if someone's asking me, where should I go for my home warranty? Send them to you, because this is what you do all the time.
Well, that is true, but if somebody called me and say, Jenna gave me 3 names,
right,
and I said, great, I'm so happy that you're doing your due diligence, because
that's what I mean. You'll help them. You're not going to try to steer them necessarily.
No, I don't sell and tell. What I do is I educate them on that, and I said, you know what? If you are doing your due diligence, which is great because it makes for a better consumer to be knowledgeable about what a warranty is and what it's not. I love it because then I said, if you're calling companies, let me give you a couple questions to ask them,
right,
that they probably wouldn't have known, so that they can make an informed decision.
Right. Okay. So what are some of the? So the Freon, you pay for Freon.
Yep.
What is another reason they should go to your company, or choose? What are some of the reasons that they should choose one company over another?
I would say who you have a relationship with. I would say,
okay.
Look at their contract to see if there's what kind of exclusions they have in their contract.
Okay.
I think that's very, very important. And
like what can be excluded generally? What do they want to watch out for most of all?
Well, if you look at it at the caps that they put on, like
the caps.
We're only going to pay X amount for this type of claim. We're only going to pay X amount per contract term. Those are what are things that are excluded from the contract. I always tell people that it's very important that they read the terms of conditions of a contract. I mean, so many people don't like it. I don't like to.
No, I definitely don't. I'm like big picture people person.
But here's the thing about this: the difference between experience and having to learn the hard way is that the fact that you do read the fine prints, because
Absolutely.
That's knowledge. Experience is when you don't, right?
Right. And so all the different companies have a lot of different marketing materials, and you're just like, wow, this looks good. And they can all make it look good. So it's really hard to choose which warranty company you should use.
Well, it is, and I think homeowners and I think even real estate agents get overwhelmed by the amount. And I tell people all the time, I have so much competition in the city, but I don't even look at it as competition. I look at it once again. It's the person behind the product locally that's going to make a difference. Because and I tell people this all the time, if you have a problem with a claim, please pick up the phone and call me.
Right.
People will say, well, I didn't want to be that guy and I didn't want to be that girl. And I tell them, I'm that girl.
You're the one to call.
I'm the one to call, because it's easier for me to step in on a situation, because it could be just a clarification issue, a communication issue, and then put it back on track.
Okay. Anything else you could tell me about the inspection report that they need to watch out for?
I would look at the inspection reports at anything that is marked deficient. If an inspector is calling out that you need to have a licensed plumber look at something, if you need to have a licensed AC person look at something, please take that as truth.
Right.
Because if you get into a home warranty situation and then we look at that as deemed pre-existing and you show us an inspection report, we're going to look at that and going, well, did you have somebody look at this AC prior to closing?
Right. Okay, and what about fraud? Has there ever been anybody, that's an interesting topic, fraud?
Well, I believe, and I may be wrong about this, but I think that's why a lot of home warranty companies went into the 30-day wait on claims for direct-to-consumer.
Makes sense.
I do think that this business, there can be a lot of fraudulent claims. Lucky for me, or bless me, my customer base and the people that I do business with are just really kind of solid people. But
right.
I see it.
That is so, yeah, I could see how that could happen. Like if they have a federal box, I mean, what's to keep them from breaking something? I mean, I'm just thinking here. We've only got a minute left. I'm just kind of thinking out loud.
No, it does happen, and you know, I'm not saying that it never happens. I just hope that some people realize that we rely heavily on our techs to be able to tell us, could this have happened by normal wear and tear? Because when mechanical failures happen, it has to be by normal wear and tear.
Wonderful show. Thank you so much for taking time.
Jenna, thank you for having me.
And you're going to TAR today.
I am. I'm heading down there to
convention.
TAR. Yep. I think it's going to be very well attended this year.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see a lot of those folks who I haven't seen in a long time.
Well, you're lucky you get to do that. I'm going to an open house, and I get to see all wonderful people and sell a house today. You guys have a wonderful week. I will see you next week.
Thank
Talk to
you,
you soon.
Jenna.